Actually, Champ, what did you think of the song? We haven't even heard what you thought of it. Kind of know everybody
Uh,
else's take.
I wanted to hear what you guys had to say before I said anything. Honestly, I am. Uh,
Say it.
uh, so remember, like, I don't know, 6 months ago when we were talking about this Baby Metal album coming out soon, and I was very much like, I want to see them kind of mature a little bit. I want to see this new direction take a little bit more of a grown up feel, and I feel like they're doing that,
Yeah.
and I feel like I kind of regret wanting that now because I I liked Monochrome and Divine Attack quite a bit, but but they were definitely like more like hard rock songs, right? Than like the metal sound that I'm used to with Baby Metal. Baby Metal kind of spans the spectrum. They'll do all kinds of like different things or blah blah blah. But there's usually a general sense of metal to it, right? And especially with Ryan, talking about how this is called Metal Kingdom. And I understand now it's the first song off the album. It's supposed to be like an intro, and is probably designed to be a live song more than anything else. All that being said, I feel like I miss the sound that I was getting from them before this, because these three all feel like hard rock songs more than they feel like metal songs, and this one felt the least metal out of all of them, and also the most repetitive throughout the song.
Oh, definitely.
And I was, I hate to be like, so forthright about this, but I was pretty bored by that song. It just really wasn't doing anything for me, man. And I'm sure the production elements are great. I'm sure the tracks underneath are great, but it wasn't like providing me with that sense of whimsy and special uniqueness that I think Baby Metal has given to me in the past many, many times. This felt way more, I don't know, just kind of neutral, if you understand what I'm saying.
I kind of see where you're coming from when you put it like that. Like they had a very distinct sound where it wasn't anything like you would hear in Western music. And what we've heard so far from this new album is very much like Western music style, Like I don't get the same vibes from it that I used to, but I also understand they're going in a different direction now. So
one thing I think is a huge difference with this album is Sue's vocals. And I said this when I watched the 2021 concert of her live and how awesome her voice is now. And I loved it when she went back and sung other songs because you could hear the fullness, even more full than she already was in her voice. So I guess maybe I'm just like so honed in on her, how amazing her voice is. Because when you hear her vocals on Metal Kingdom, it is probably the best out of the three, just what she's doing singing wise, because she's doing different things. She has like this power in her lower register now that's even more dominant, and I can't wait to hear how that like transcribes throughout the album, like if she's gonna change it up.
Dude.
Yeah, it's like incredible. On point.
Yeah, there's no taking away from her vocals or like the band and the production, like you guys were talking about. Like it's not like I have any issue with how the making of the music. I think
Champ,
it's all
can you bring the phone to your
fault.
Can you bring the phone to your mouth? It'll be better to hear. There you go.
You hear me better now?
Yeah, that's much better. Yeah.
Sexy.
Yeah. All right. So, hi. Yeah, I think that there's a lot of good to it. I just don't think it's like for me, like I'm surprised that I'm saying this, and I'm almost like retracting what I was saying before at this point, but I missed the kawaii. I missed the kawaii of Baby Metal, and I'm not like there's none of it in these last three songs.
That change your name to Adult Metal.
Right, like that is kind of, and I wanted to see that, but when I was talking about a more mature sound, I think I was thinking more along the lines of my favorite Baby Metal song, Starlight, where it's like it is a more mature sound, but in a like a deathcore metal sound, while this is a more mature sound in a more mainstream hard rock sound, and that just doesn't do it for me as much. As much as I can respect and appreciate everything that goes into the making of it and the talent of everybody involved, it's personally not my style of music.
Somebody said lady metal. There you go.
Lady metal.
I found a comment I was looking for that was interesting.
Go ahead.
To my video. It says I expected you to only desire the same old mind-numbing, tired metal, guitar, drum, and vocal screaming without actual harmony and beauty. And you didn't disappoint. Stick with the safe stuff, my boy. Baby metal is too sophisticated for you. Tell me you don't watch my videos without telling me you don't watch my videos.
It's those
Raw
kind of fans
22.
that hurt the band.
Raw
Yeah.
22. Yeah, dude. And then there's people jumped right in. It's like, dude, did you even watch the video? Or do you know what
That's the
Ryan
thing
listens
that
to?
pissed me off about your video, Ryan, was some of the I hate it when fans do that. I really do. And that's why I commented on your video and said, we'll talk about it on the podcast. Because I wrote a whole paragraph and I'm like, fuck this. And I just want to make this clear. Like, I wanted to say this now. I'm like, fans, like, if somebody, he literally said he liked the song, but just because he doesn't, he just was kind of like, there wasn't enough metal in it. And it's totally understandable. But he liked the song, yet you guys still attack him for
It's like,
like,
the
what the
Lonesome Blue
fuck?
thing. Like, expectations can affect the way you perceive what you hear, you know?
Yeah. And the worst, if there was a worst thing about the song for me, it was just it got repetitive, and there's just some moments in it to where it's like, let's move on. Like, the chants are beautiful and everything's happening, but there could have been less of it, is all. You know what I mean? Just, it was a great production, everything, but like Champ was saying, it was just like, all right, we got this. Let's move on to the next thing, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the main criticism, I guess, because I'm listening to it, waiting for something to happen, and like nothing happened.
That was my issue too, especially once
Because
people
though
probably,
it's supposed to be. I think that's why they didn't do a video for it, because it's supposed to be a concept album, and I get that, because if you listen to other concept albums, it's the same way. The first track is very long. They have the chanting vocals that lead into these next songs. Then the middle songs are more of the climax, and then it ends off. At least
So they
that's
just want you to skip it every time you put the album on.
no. You're supposed to listen to it from front to end. That's the point of a concept album.
Yeah, but man,
I mean, because trust me, I used to do that with Symphony X. I would skip that first song. You're right. I would skip it. I'm like, I just want to get to the music. But then I was like, let me listen to the stories, read the lyrics and stuff. And like when I did that, I had a much bigger appreciation. I'm just saying, there's some people that like that style where you listen to front to end. So I get where the song's coming from, and that's why it's so repetitive. And it's funny. I'm telling you, go listen to the first track, Paradise Lost. Same concept, same idea. They have all the chants, this big like woo thing in the beginning, first track. And then the second track is this more riffage going on. And then you have like the middle climax and the end of the story. So I'm hoping that's why this is happening. I'm pretty sure it is. But
I feel like, okay.
a
I don't
good
wanna
intro
blame-
shouldn't bore you.
Listen, I've been in a bad mood all week, so I'm just going to preface everything that I say with that, all right? But I feel like
damn, it bored
there's a bit
Ryan.
of generosity coming out of you guys right now, because I don't, especially Ryan, I think you're being real generous too in saying that it's your own fault for having the expectations that you had. Well, no, it's not. Like, I mean, they're literally called Baby Metal, and the song is called Metal Kingdom. And there's a lot of types of metal out there, but after you get the first two tracks that drop, and they're much more leaning towards the hard rock side, and then the third one is called Metal Kingdom from the band Baby Metal, and it's not metal. That's not that's not a weird expectation for us to have, right? Like, that's a normal expectation based on the wordage that is used for us at that moment. So if you really like hard rock music and you think that these are great tracks, good shit, man. Good.
I think it's more of the metal. I still think it's more metal than hard rock. I don't know.
Can I share my opinion?
This last song, really. This is almost a ballad, bro, for like 78% of
a metal ballad. It was a metal ballad. Those are metal riffs.
One guitar
Those are
riff in
metal
it, and it's
riffs.
only in the chorus.
Those are metal riffs. I promise you. Those are metalcore riffs, actually.
The riff is metal, but that's a metal element.
But I can't.
Genre's all made up anyway.
Yeah.
For more Gaijin goodies like you just saw, be sure to subscribe to the Gaijin Guys podcast and turn on all notifications to be part of the live stream every Sunday. You can also find us wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, etc. You can find even more exclusive content and reactions on our Patreon, patreon.com/Gaijin Guys. I'll see you there. Adios.